So today I'm talking about a P0051 code, what it is and how you go about fixing it. So what is a P0051 code? Well, it's an HO2S heater control circuit low bank 2 sensor 1. And what does this mean? Well, there's sensors located on the exhaust and they do two things. The first thing they do is they monitor how much oxygen was burnt off during combustion, and then the onboard computer uses this information to adjust the air-fuel ratio mixture going into the engine. And then the second thing they do is they also have heater elements built in. And the heater elements do a few things. First of all, they help it go into what is called a closed loop quicker, so information gets back to the onboard computer faster. V6 or V8 engines, they have two banks. So bank 1 is always going to be the side of the engine with the number 1 cylinder, and then bank 2 is going to be the opposite side of this. So if you find the number 1 cylinder, that would be bank 1. Opposite of that is bank 2. And then sensor 1 is going to be the first sensor going down on that side. And some possible causes of a P0051 code, well, it could be a bad sensor, could be in the wiring like an open or a short, and possibly a blown fuse. And so the first thing to do when you get this code is to go locate the bank 2 sensor 1 oxygen sensor. And there can be some differences on where exactly it's located depending on the vehicle, engine, year, and things like this. So it's always a good idea to go get a diagram of your particular engine to know for sure what's going on. It makes it easier. For example, this is a 2007 Camry with 3.5 liter V6, and as you can see right here, bank 2 sensor 1 is going to be right here, and it's going to be before the catalytic converter. And sensor 1 is going to be called the upstream oxygen sensor. It's going to be located before the catalytic converter, and sensor 2 is going to be located after the catalytic converter, and it's going to be called the downstream oxygen sensor. And so once you locate the bank 2 sensor 1 oxygen sensor, next thing to do, check out the wiring, be sure everything's plugged in good, and basically just keep in mind that if anything's wrong with the wiring, open, short, bad connection, it could cause the same symptoms as a bad sensor, so that's always something to keep in mind. Also keep in mind that these are going to be on a fuse, and the fuse is usually located inside the engine compartment. There'll be a fuse box in there, and it's usually inside of there. They can be labeled a little bit vague sometimes. Sometimes you got to do a little research on your particular vehicle to know for sure which fuse it is. For example, this is a 2012 Toyota Camry. As you can see, AF sensor is fuse number 33, which would be right here. And if that blew, it would cause an issue. So that's something to keep in mind. Again, these fuses can be a little vague, and sometimes you have to do a little research to find out exactly what's going on with the fuses in your particular vehicle. And so if you check that all out, if you checked out the wiring, that all looks good, there's no blowing fuses or anything like that, then very likely that sensor has gone bad and just needs to be replaced. You can test it if you want to. I made a video on how you go about testing the heater element side of these oxygen sensors. I'll put a link down in the description below if you want to test it. But if you checked everything else out, then very likely that sensor has just failed and just needs to be replaced. One thing to keep in mind with these is that sometimes they require a special tool to get in and out. Not all the time, but sometimes they do. They have this little special tool that has a slot in it to go around that wire and get them in. And this is especially true if they're indented down into the exhaust like this. If they're out in the open more, then you can use an open-end wrench sometimes to get them off. But go and look at it, because sometimes you do need a special tool to get it in and out, especially when it's indented down like this. I'll put a link down below to this special tool if you need to see what I'm talking about. But basically, if you've gone through and you checked everything else out, then that sensor just needs to be replaced. Again, you can test it if you want to, and I'll put a link down below in the description if you want to test it first. And so that's basically it. I just wanted to make a real quick video on how you go about fixing a P0051 code. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll try to answer them. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.